Have you ever heard about the simple sunnah of putting salt in your mouth before eating? It's a small habit that the Prophet Muhammad Salallahu Alayhi Wasalam practiced, but today almost 99% of Muslims have forgotten it. This isn't just about taste. It holds deep spiritual wisdom and surprising health benefits that many overlook. In this video, we'll uncover why this forgotten sunnah matters, how it connects us to the Prophet's teachings, and why reviving it can bring blessings into your daily meals. Get ready to rediscover a beautiful tradition lost to time. 1. The prophetic practice of putting salt in the mouth. Before eating, the act of putting salt in the mouth before eating is a lesser-known sunnah of the Prophet Muhammad Salallahu Alayhi Wasalam, yet it carries deep significance. This simple practice is mentioned in various hadith collections, where the Prophet would take a small pinch of salt and place it in his mouth before beginning a meal. It was part of his routine and reflected his mindfulness toward even the smallest details in daily life. This sunnah demonstrates the Prophet's attention to both physical well-being and spiritual mindfulness. By starting a meal with salt, he prepared his body for digestion and cleansing, showing an awareness of health that was ahead of his time. Additionally, this action symbolized gratitude and respect for the food, reminding the believer to appreciate the sustenance Allah has provided. Despite its simplicity, this practice reflects a holistic approach to eating, combining physical benefits with spiritual intention. It also serves as a reminder that the Prophet's guidance extends into every aspect of life, encouraging Muslims to adopt habits that promote both body and soul wellness. Unfortunately, many today are unaware of this sunnah, yet it remains a beautiful way to emulate the Prophet's lifestyle in the smallest, most meaningful ways. 2. Why this sunnah is largely forgotten today. Although the practice of putting salt in the mouth before eating was common during the time of the Prophet Muhammad Salallahu Alayhi Wasalam, it has gradually faded from the daily routines of many Muslims. This forgetting can be attributed to several factors. Over time, cultural habits and regional eating customs took precedence, overshadowing some of the more subtle sunnahs related to food and eating etiquette. Additionally, as modern lifestyles became faster and more convenience-oriented, the attention to small prophetic practices diminished. Many Muslims today focus primarily on major religious obligations and might overlook these minor yet meaningful sunnahs that nurture spiritual connection in everyday actions. The simplicity of this habit might also make it less noticeable or memorable compared to other practices that involve more visible rituals like prayer or fasting. Furthermore, religious education often emphasizes core pillars and major acts of worship, while smaller sunnahs related to daily life may not be highlighted as much. As a result, the practice of placing salt in the mouth before eating remains unknown or ignored by the majority, even though it offers both spiritual and physical benefits. Rediscovering and practicing such sunnahs can deepen a Muslim's connection to the Prophet's teachings. 3. Spiritual benefits of putting salt in the mouth before eating. Putting salt in the mouth before eating carries important spiritual significance in Islam. This simple act serves as a moment of mindfulness and gratitude, helping the believer to remember Allah's blessings even in the smallest daily routine. By consciously starting a meal with this sunnah, Muslims can transform an ordinary action into an opportunity for worship and reflection. Spiritually, it encourages the habit of being thankful for the sustenance provided by Allah. Before rushing into eating, placing salt in the mouth slows down the process and creates a pause, a moment to acknowledge that food is a gift, not just a necessity. This aligns with the broader Islamic teaching to appreciate every blessing and live with awareness of Allah's presence. Moreover, such small sunnahs connect Muslims to the Prophet Muhammad's way of life, fostering a sense of closeness and devotion. Practicing this habit regularly can enhance spiritual discipline by reminding believers to incorporate faith into even the most mundane aspects of their day. In this way, a simple pinch of salt becomes a powerful symbol of gratitude, humility, and remembrance of Allah. Physical benefits of putting salt in the mouth before eating beyond its spiritual significance. Placing salt in the mouth before a meal also offers notable physical benefits. Salt has natural cleansing properties that help purify the mouth by reducing harmful bacteria and preparing the taste buds, which can enhance the overall eating experience. This small step can promote oral hygiene and freshness, making the meal more enjoyable. Additionally, salt plays a role in stimulating saliva production, which is crucial for the initial phase of digestion. Increased saliva helps break down food more effectively as it enters the stomach, easing the digestive process and reducing the chances of discomfort or indigestion after eating. In traditional medicine, salt is also recognized for its ability to balance electrolytes and support bodily functions, especially when consumed in moderation. The Prophet's sunnah of using salt before meals subtly integrates these health advantages, reflecting a wisdom that combines faith with practical care for the body. By reviving this sunnah, Muslims not only follow a spiritual practice, but also support their physical well-being in a simple yet effective way. 5. Reviving the sunnah, connecting to the Prophet's teachings and gaining barakah. Bringing back the practice of putting salt in the mouth before eating is more than just following a habit. It's a way to reconnect deeply with the Prophet Muhammad's Salallahu Alayhi Wasalam lifestyle. This sunnah serves as a bridge between believers and the prophetic tradition, reminding Muslims that every small action can be an act of worship when done with the right intention. By consciously adopting this sunnah, Muslims invite barakah, blessings, into their meals. Barakah isn't just about quantity, it's about quality, nourishment, and the spiritual benefits that come from aligning daily life with divine guidance. When we revive such forgotten sunnahs, we open ourselves to greater mindfulness, gratitude, and presence in our everyday routines. Moreover, this simple act encourages a holistic approach to faith that integrates body, mind, and soul. It exemplifies how Islam's teachings are not limited to rituals alone, but extend to how we treat the smallest details of life. Reviving this sunnah helps keep the Prophet's memory alive and infuses our meals with spiritual and physical blessings. Thank you for watching and learning about this beautiful, forgotten sunnah. Bringing back such simple acts connects us closer to the Prophet's Salallahu Alayhi Wasalam guidance and invites blessings into our lives. If you found this video helpful, please like, share, and subscribe to Sacred Deen for more inspiring reminders. I pray that Allah blesses your meals, your health, and your faith with endless barakah. Please write barakah in my life in the comments below to make this prayer your own. Let's spread this sunnah together and revive the beauty of our Deen.